In this tutorial, we're going to talk about how to set up Stape, which is a very known service that businesses choose over Cloud Run, which is of course managed by Google. I will talk about the specific reasons when should you choose Stape, what is Stape, and how does it work. And in this second part, we are going to really go practical and walk you through each step of the process of setting up a working production ready tracking server. So without further ado, let's get into this video. The first reason you need to go for something like Stape is going to be the budget. So money really talks in this case, and the biggest hurdle for most businesses to get into server-side tracking in most cases is money. Just to give you an idea about the difference, this is really a very rough estimate, but if you choose to go with server-side tracking using Google Cloud Run, a single instance will cost around $45 per month, and you need to just manage peaks in traffic. You need at least 2 instances in most cases from what I've seen. So you are looking at around $90 per month. If you look at my screen here, you can see the pricing page of Stape. I'm using Stape in this video just as an example. I'm not really sponsored by them or anything. I'm just sharing what works best for my clients. And if you look at their pricing page, you see that you can get started for free if you have 10,000 requests per month. In most cases, you need to pay around $20 per month. If you have a tiny website, it will do the job. The second reason why it's not probably a good idea to go with Cloud Run is expertise. This is what I call the hidden cost, because when you go for something like Cloud Run, the setup is more or less the same as Stape. There are some extra steps, and you need to have some basic understanding of Cloud Run to get started. But later on, if you have, let's say, an issue, something stopped working, and you need to fix it right away, it can be quite hard if you don't know what you are doing. With services like Stape or Addingwell, which I talked about previously, you can at least ask support. So you need to take this into account, especially if you do not understand the Google Cloud platform. It's not probably a good idea to start with something a bit more complicated, which requires someone who is more technical. Okay, so we are going to start with the setup. And the first step is to create a new server container. So I already have a GTM web container for the client side. Now let's go and create the server container. I'm going to give it a name, basically any name here. We'll just replace it with Stape, and you click on create. Usually, if you are used to setting up GTM with Cloud Run, you will go with automatic server provisioning. Basically, Google will do the setup for you using this option, but we are going to use the manual provisioning. And let's keep this step open because we are going to use it later when we are setting up our Stape account. Okay, so we are going to configure our Stape account, and I'm on the sign up page. As you can see, you just need to add your own email. And if you are based in the EU or you have a lot of customers coming from the EU, I highly recommend to use the EU option. Okay, so I'm going to check my email. So I'm asked to add a password, which I'm going to do. And I'm officially in the Stape dashboard. So as you can see, there is a checklist on my left here, and all we need to do really is to follow each step. So we are going to start by creating the container, and each time we finish a step, I will just check it off here. On the bottom here, you click on create container and you name it whatever you want. I recommend giving it the same name as your tag manager container. Okay, so the name is a bit botched up. It's okay. And here, the container configuration, if you remember, we had string here, you add it here. Here, just make sure we selected the EU. As you can see, we have a server in the EU region, and you click on create container. So we are in the pricing page. And if you have more than 10,000 requests, and you are not paying anything, yes, you don't have to pay if you have less than 10,000 requests. We can go with the free plan. And if you, for some reason, have an increase in traffic, hopefully. And then Stape will upgrade basically your setup to the next tier so that things are running smoothly and you do not have to worry about it. I'm going with the free tier and I will continue here, add your billing country. So just make sure to add the correct country because you cannot change it. You click on apply. In here, I will just fill my information. So that's how you create a container. So I'm going to check this part. So now we have a running container, as you can see, but if we scroll down, you can see in under the domains that our domain is managed by Stape. While there is nothing wrong with it, if you are trying to get the most out of server-side tracking, you need to change this link to point to your own domain. So in my case, it's my agency's domain. So I will use my own for my server tracking. We need to add a new custom domain, add a subdomain here. You can name this patch whatever you want. Just make sure that it has the domain name. In here, you check add CDN. And here you need to add these records. If you don't know how to do it, I highly recommend just pausing here or watching this and then share it with your developer. As you can see, I am in my cPanel, and that's where I add my CDN records. I will just show you a basic example of how to do it. Make sure to select the CNAME type, and here you just add your server tag link here for your support domain. And for the record, you need to add it from this place here in the value. So just take this, paste it, and save the record. So you save the record and you wait for about 30 minutes. Sometimes it takes longer depending on each case, but once everything is working, you will get a validation message here. Once everything is set up, you will see this, what used to be an orange zone in here in green, which means that your a new server URL is ready to basically receive data. The next step is loading GTM from a first party domain. And what you need to do is click on configure. And here I just added a fake GTM ID, but you need to add your web GTM ID. Here you just need to add your own domain. And for platform, just use other instead of third-party integration if you are, of course, using GTM, which I recommend. So you click on generate, and basically what Stape will give you here is a script, and you need to replace the script with your old GTM configuration code, which is on your website. So we are back to our server container. Let's head to admin, and in the container settings, you add a URL here, which points to your server container. The second step, you need to head to your Google tag and just go here and add your own server URL here. You need to use this parameter. Just type server and you will get an autocomplete. In here, you add the server URL here and you click on save. And what I like to do and what I recommend to do is to add the same thing we've done here to the event settings, and you click on save. So really that's all you need to do. I'm going to show you an example of the preview mode when I open this, and it will normally point to my new server domain. And so I am in my WordPress back office, and this is my old script. So I went, just if you have a WordPress website, go to appearance and then you click on theme file editor, and in the file editor you need to look for header.php. Replace the old GTM account. So you've got the Google Tag Manager no script. I will copy my code here, need to replace it with this one here, and then copy the second code, which is this one here, and then you click on update the file. So after adding the endpoint URL and making the other changes, when you preview, as you can see, our events are received using our new server subdomain. So that's how you set up server-side tracking using Stape. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.